It remains to be seen whether Alexander Isak will play for Newcastle United again, as he looks to force through a move to Liverpool. But he definitely won't be emulating Alan Shearer. Alexander Isak once said he would turn down the offer to become Newcastle United's new No. 9 if he was offered the honor. This summer, Isak has gone from being Newcastle's most exciting and loved striker since Alan Shearer to public enemy No. 1 at St. James' Park. The Swede has been desperate to move to Liverpool, who have already had a bid worth £110 million knocked back by the tune. Isak, 25, has been training separately from the rest of Eddie Howe's squad. It's also understood the ex-Real Sociedad man has informed the club he does not intend on playing for them again. It's a far cry from a few months ago, where many in the Newcastle faithful wanted to grant him Shearer's iconic number during an appearance on the Adopted Geordies podcast in February. Isak was asked whether he would consider taking the famous No. 9 shirt for the Magpies. After briefly considering his thoughts, the striker, who was this week confirmed as Newcastle's No. 14 for this season, despite the No. 9 being left vacant by the outgoing Callum Wilson, revealed he would likely reject such an offer. Isak said, "I would probably stay as 14, to be honest. I know the No. 9 is iconic. I think it's a difficult one, because I've been successful with 14, and it would probably not be an easy decision. I understand the desire to wear the No. 9 shirt, but we'll see." When asked about his affection for his current number, he added, "I wouldn't say it's just one player, but 14 is an iconic number. There have been great players who have played with that number. David Ginola, Thierry Henry, and I had 14 when I signed for Dortmund as well. So there's some history there." It's understood Liverpool are not planning on making a second bid for Isak, who is understood to be valued at around £150 million by Newcastle. The Merseysiders are seemingly carrying out a wait-and-see approach to see what happens between the forward and the club. According to The Athletic, Isak has no plans to reintegrate himself with the rest of the squad, let alone pull on the black and white jersey again. It's also been claimed he will maintain his position, even if he does not agree a move to Anfield by the time the transfer window shuts on September 1. Howe has also stated he will not include Isak in his plans while the current situation is ongoing. After he watched his side draw 2-2 with Espanyol in a friendly last Friday, the ex-Bournemouth manager said, "We've had discussions. It's clear at the moment that we can't involve him with the group. I don't know how long that will be for." That's the latest. Looking ahead to Newcastle's Premier League opener against Aston Villa on Saturday afternoon. Howe added, "I'd want Alex to be playing today. I'd want him training tomorrow. We would love the player to be with us. Let me make that absolutely clear. There's no part of me that doesn't want that outcome, but I don't see the current situation changing for Aston." Villa Newcastle's efforts to replace him have also been in vain. Manchester United recently pipped them to the signing of Benjamin Sesko, while attempts to sign the likes of Brian Mbeumo, Liam Delop and João Pedro have also failed this summer. Newcastle United fans believe they've identified the moment star. Striker Alexander Isak's head was turned by Liverpool. The Magpies are keen to retain the 25-year-old, who scored 27 times across all competitions last season. But Isak has reportedly made clear to his employer that he intends to pursue a move elsewhere this summer. Liverpool tested Newcastle's resolve with a £110 million proposal, which fell some way short of the club's valuation, and as a result, was promptly rejected. The Reds are yet to return with an improved offer, but if Newcastle are successful in signing a striker, it could pave the way for Isak's departure. Fans on social media have speculated upon the moment Isak's head was turned by Liverpool's interest. After it emerged, the striker told head coach Eddie Howe of his desire to leave the club before the end of last season. Clip has circulated from Wembley Stadium, back in March when Newcastle were crowned Carabao Cup champions at Liverpool's expense. Ending their 70-year domestic trophy drought, Isak scored a decisive goal in that fixture to put Newcastle into a 2-0 lead shortly after the restart, and was pictured chatting to Anfield skipper Virgil van Dijk at full-time. The players' exchange, in which their mouths are occluded from view, has given rise to speculation that Van Dijk may have expressed a desire to play alongside the Swede at Anfield. Van Dijk shakes hands with a number of Newcastle players before embracing Isak, pausing and leaning into the ex-Real Sociedad striker. as he appears to say something of more substance than a simple congratulations. The pair then lock eyes as Van Dijk fires Isak what could be described as a knowing look. Various reports state Isak's preference is to join the Reds with a Sweden international, also rumored to have vacated his Tyneside property. It is also claimed Isak is adamant he has played his final game for the Magpies. Newcastle's valuation is understood to be £150 million, although this figure may be revised if Liverpool return with a second formal offer that is structured in a way which sees Newcastle receive a large portion of any transfer fee upfront. Isak, regarded by many as one of the best strikers in world football currently, has 3 years remaining on his Newcastle contract. The summer transfer window closes. On the evening of Monday, September 1st, share your own opinions concerning Isak on the comment section.